Mercury Comet 1960 to 1963. The Comet was initially released without any divisional badging, only Comet badges, similar to Valiant, which did not have Plymouth badging at first. It was sold through Lincoln Mercury Comet dealers, but was not branded as a Mercury Comet for 2 more years. This was similar to Ford's treatment of the Meteor and Frontenac of Canada, sold through Meteor Mercury Frontenac dealers. Introduced in March 1960, initial body styles were 2 and 4-door sedans and 2 and 4-door station wagons. 2 trim levels were available, standard and custom, with a ladder including badging, additional chrome trim, and all vinyl interiors. In 1960, the only engine available was the 144 SID Thrift Power Straight 6 with a single-barrel Holley carburetor, which produced 90 horsepower, 67 kilowatts, at 4,200 revolutions per minute. Some sources listed as producing 85 horsepower, 63 kilowatts, at 4,200 revolutions per minute. Transmission options were a column-shifted 3-speed manual and a 2-speed Mercomatic automatic transmission, unique to the Comet, despite sharing a name with the Mercomatic installed in other Mercurys. Ford had purchased the name Comet from Comet Coach Company, a professional car manufacturer in which the term belonged to a line of funeral coaches, mainly Oldsmobiles. The coach company then was renamed Cotton Bevington. In Canada, for the 1960 model year, Meteor Mercury dealers sold a compact car called the Frontenac. Considered a mark in its own right, it was a badge-engineered version of the Ford Falcon with only minor trim differences to distinguish it from the Falcon. The Frontenac was produced for only 1 year. The Comet was introduced to the Canadian market for the 1961 model year and replaced the Frontenac as the compact offering by Meteor Mercury dealers. In response to complaints about the low performance of the 144 SID engine, a 170 SID Thrift Power with a single-barrel Holley carburetor producing 101 horsepower, 75 kilowatts, at 4,400 revolutions per minute was released for the 1961 model year. A new 4-speed manual transmission was also an option, a Dagenham without first-gear synchro mesh. The changes to the 1961 Comet were minimal, such as moving the Comet script from the front fender to the rear quarter and a new grille design. The optional S22 package was released. Available only on the 2-door sedan, it was billed as a sport package, although it shared the same mechanicals as regular Comets, with the only changes being S22 badging, bucket seats, and a center console. Comet was officially made a Mercury model for the 1962 model year, and it received some minor restyling, mainly a redesign of the trunk and taillight area to bring the car more in line with the Mercury look. This is the first year the car carried Mercury badging. The S22 had 6 bullet-shaped taillights, while regular Comets had 4 oval with 2 optional flat reverse lights. A Comet Villager station wagon, basically a Comet custom 4-door station wagon with simulated wood-grain side panels, was added to the lineup. The Villager name had previously been used to denote the 4-door, steel-sided station wagon in the Edsel Ranger series. While the 1963 model looked almost identical to the earlier models, the chassis and suspension were redesigned to accommodate an optional 260 SID V8 engine, borrowed from the Fairlane, using a 2-barrel carburetor and producing 164 horsepower, 122 kilowatts. Convertible and hardtop, pillarless, coupe models were added to the Comet Custom and Comet S22 lines this year. The front ends of these Comets differed from their Falcon counterparts in that they had 4 headlights instead of 2. Similar situations resurfaced in the late 1970s, with the Ford Thunderbird, Mercury Cougar and the Ford Fairmont, Mercury Zephyr.